Morning guys, welcome back to Windhoek in Namibia. Absolute beautiful morning here. 29-degree, roasting hot day. It's going to be smashing. How we look about in the morning time. Lovely rolling hills. Flat, no skyscrapers, absolutely stunning. It's the last day here in our Airbnb before we move on to a wee mini resort tomorrow. It's our last full day, so it's been really good here. So we're going to get ready, head out and go see what Windhoek has to offer on a normal day. Obviously yesterday being a bank holiday and being their Mother's Day here, the place was really quiet, everything was closed, so you couldn't actually tell what there was to do, if it was any good. Obviously I've seen a few sites and stuff like that, but hopefully today we can get out, do a wee bit more exploring and see what Windhoek actually has to offer. See you there guys. Back in the centre of Windhoek guys, just having a wee wander about, see the sights. For a bit more affluent travellers in the centre of Windhoek.
Good morning. Morning.
Right beside the tourist centre, tourist information centre, you have the Hilton, and across the road from that you have the Avani Hotel and Casino, which if you have you're into your gambling but still want to come and do something luxury and nice and see the sights in Southern Africa, you can make a mixture of both. I'll show you a wee sights of the Hilton just now. Hotel and Casino on the way past as well.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Yes, how are you?
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
See you later.
Bye.
Yes, we'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
Just came across the National Museum of Namibia. Obviously it was opened. Well guys, epic fail there. Doesn't look open. Well guys, we come up to the National Slavery Museum I think. But, I don't know, seems like a lot of the stuff here is closed. It's been closed for a long time. We could have done a research and probably not came, but this might make it a bit informative if you ever decide to come to Windhoek. That compared to Luanda, which all the stuff seemed to be open, and especially the small bits we managed to see, it was opened, well maintained and waiting for tourism, whereas obviously Windhoek is a lot more ready for tourism. Obviously not 100% there yet, but it's not open. And obviously there's been like a slavery museum, and obviously the history of Africa and everything that happened. I don't know why it's not open, because it would be an amazing tourist site and something really good to see. so much history that's going on as well. It's crazy that it's not opened. Absolutely crazy. I imagine the entrance door back in the day, but as I say, we had a wee look about. We'll move on and we'll see what we can see next. Hey guys, just found a wee I Love Windhoek sign, just like we found I Love Luanda. Don't get me wrong, it's cute, yeah. You got a nice photo in front of you and everyone to keep his memories, but kind of feels half-arsed, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah. You've seen them all around the world. Obviously we've seen the one in Luanda down at the beachfront. That was lovely. Oh. Break a neck pole. Don't know. Yeah, it's nice, like it's just nice. It's nice to have your photo in front of you and stuff and keep for memories, but generally, like compared to a lot of them you see around the world, with like any sort of care or thought process behind it, but that's what it is. So we'll just have a look about and see what we can see anyway. Guys, we're right at the Namibian railway station, or Windhoek station as it's known, or was previously known. So obviously this is when they had back in the day when they used to run train services around the whole country, which now seems to be defunct and turned into a museum. So obviously, as I spoke about previously, the transport network in Namibia is not really existent. There's not really any trains or buses that kind of goes round Namibia, so you need to fly for a good bit of the duration if you're here, or obviously depending how you feel, rent a car, easily rentable from airports and stuff like that. So I say we've done a wee bit of research in here because we're going to try and get a train to Swakopmund just to have a wee look about, or down to Walvis Bay, but obviously it doesn't exist anymore. So we move on to our next accommodation. We're going to go and have a wee look at the local airport just to see what the sort of prices and stuff like that is to Swakopmund, and maybe take a wee day trip over there if possible, within obviously the budget that we're trying to stay on for this trip. But we're going to take a wee look about the museum because I had a wee quick look about just to see if there was anything interesting, and I think there's quite a bit interesting to see. So we'll take you around and we'll show you some of the sights. The building was built in 1912, back around the times that the Germans occupied Namibia. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know from 1990 they obviously became independent from South Africa, but I think it was back in that days because there's a lot of old kind of German architecture here that wouldn't be out of place in the Bavaria region. So we'll go inside and we'll have a look about and see what we can see. Just inside the ticket hall. Also back in the day you used to make ticket reservations. Still lovely and clean, considering how long it's been out of use for now. All the film security, the one chucked out. We used to have the old Desert Express. Obviously up to Sausage Valley and the Tosha National Park. That was the old line that the Desert Express used to run. The old Desert Express ticket office. And we'll get outside, guys, and we'll have a wee look and I'll show you the old ticket boards. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Good piece of history and something worthwhile, definitely worthwhile coming and seeing if you come to visit Windhoek at all. We'll have a wee look just now. So obviously there's no electronic boards or anything, yeah, so old school, change the clock with your hands. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I say this is the old line. So I'm not sure if going forward they're maybe going to try and revamp this, because obviously they want to bring more tourism to the country. This would be ideal for people. Jump on and off, yeah. Stop at stops, stop at wee towns and that you want to see. Because obviously not everybody can afford a car, or not everybody can afford to fly. So as I say, it's a bit of infrastructure the country obviously needs. Because the buses don't run here either. So you can't just really jump on a bus and go to Swakopmund or Sausage Valley or anything like that. Obviously it's arranged tours, or by car, by plane, or if you're really, really affluent, by taxi. I did just go use the facilities, so if you need a wee pee before you come. Just a wee sneak preview, guys, and so that I don't get winded in a few days' time for filming. We'll be down here heading on our next adventure to our next country. This time we're not taking an aeroplane, this time we're taking a bus. Obviously fill you in a little bit as I can, but if you're taking a bus out of Windhoek, obviously South Africa, Angola, Botswana, Zambia, and maybe further places along, this is where you would come. Can't go to get the African sunset that we got last night, but still absolutely stunning. It's probably like, I mean, we've seen the African sunrise in the Seychelles, and by God, that was one of the most stunning things ever. The sunset here as well is just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Just rounding a wee trip up. Oh, sorry, not a trip, because obviously we're going to a wee lodge to stay now for the next few days. But a wee stay in actual Windhoek. Thoughts on Windhoek? Don't know. Don't know. I mean, I'd probably recommend come and staying, and seeing Namibia. Windhoek itself, there isn't a great deal to do, to be fair. You could probably just do Windhoek in a day. There's lots to do in Namibia though, there is, like we done lots of research and stuff like that before we came here. But we decided that because we were hoping to do a lot in Angola, which obviously didn't turn out like that, and then going to do a bit of touring around Windhoek and a wee bit of Namibia. We had originally booked to stay in Swakopmund, but being on the budget we're on, it was easier just to stay in Windhoek and then go get a wee lodge and have a wee break, have a couple of days break just before we move on to the next country and start again. So I think like obviously Swakopmund, Walvis Bay, Sosaveli, if I pronounced that correctly, and obviously the Etosha National Park and the Skeleton Coast, that was it. Windhoek done, guys. This is the lovely African sunsets now,